your students face a lot of challenges, and you'll in turn face challenges too, because they have to overcome a lot of obstacles and they face a lot of adversity, anything from absentee parents, crime, poverty, gangs, alcohol and drug abuse, language issues. It's all there, and you have to learn how to deal with it. One of the things I do here at Emmanuel in my classroom management program to help make sure that the students that graduate from Emmanuel are prepared for working in a situation like an urban school community is I bring in 3 of my students, former students, who were actually the ones who pushed the limits, who tried to take advantage, who were classroom management discipline issues when I had them as students. And I had them speak to the Emmanuel students and tell them exactly what they do to get over on a teacher, and how they can earn how a teacher can help earn their respect and they can earn the teacher's respect, and how you can motivate them in the classroom. And I think that my Emmanuel students, at least from my evaluations, they always say that that's one of the most valuable things that they experienced in my class, because they've actually been able to speak to kids and hear what the kids have to say. It's often necessary for teachers in urban schools to help try and level the playing field for their urban school students by doing things like helping them get the cultural capital that they don't have, that will allow them to compete with their wealthier peers. Things like providing them with cultural, historical, and political and educational experiences outside the classroom. I'm always trying to find, ways to shake people down for opera tickets and plays and trips to museums and listening to professors from colleges speak. And so I think the urban educator sometimes has to go a little bit further than I've never taught anywhere else but in urban schools, so I can't really say what they do in other schools, but I think that that's important. And then the other thing that urban educators are constantly being challenged by everyone because of test scores and the fact that so much emphasis is now placed on test scores and things like No Child Left Behind and even the Obama Blueprint ignore hundreds of years of social science research that says the most important indicator of test scores is a child's socioeconomic status. And so we're constantly being put to task for things that are out of our control. You hear the old analogy about the dentist. If a dentist works in a poor community and therefore has a lot of patients that have cavities and poor health, poor teeth care and stuff, the dentist isn't punished for that. But urban educators are. They're punished if students, come to school without speaking the language or being able to read or have all those little, heads-up things that their wealthier peers have. So teachers are always battling against that sort of thing. So I think, the really great thing about the education program here at Emmanuel is that we really try to prepare you for all those things when you go into the classroom. There's a movie out right now, well, it's not out now anymore, but it was out a few years ago, Freedom Writers, where if you saw this movie, the woman goes in and starts teaching in South Central LA with absolutely no knowledge or background about the kids and the demographic that she's going to be teaching. She doesn't know about gangs. She doesn't know about poverty. She doesn't know about any of the things that the kids, are facing every day. And I'd like to think that when our Emmanuel students come out of this program, they're aware on a lot of different, not just urban school settings, but especially the urban school setting, but also all these kind of things that you have to know your demographic of student that you're going to have. And so I think we try to prepare them for that here.
Was that based on a true story too?
That is based on a true story, yeah. But you can't imagine that someone would go into a class and not have any idea of what you're going to be up against. To me, if I got a job in an urban school system, the first thing I would be doing is finding out everything I knew about that community. What's going on here? What's, do people speak the language? Is there a lot of parental support? And all those things that are really, really important to a new teacher. And she kind of doesn't do that. And maybe that might be the Hollywood movie. I've only ever seen the movie, so but she doesn't know anything. So.
What was the name again?
Freedom Writers.
Freedom Writers. I'm plugging the movie right now.
Yeah.
It's a good movie to watch.
It is a good movie because she does do, once she gets a feel, see, if she would have graduated from Emmanuel, she would have known all that already, and she would have zipped right in and been able to reach the kids a lot quicker.
In a different movie.
Exactly.